Today, I will narrate a thrilling suspense film with exceptional visuals and a compelling plot, starring Academy Award winner Allison Janney as Lou. The story begins on a beautiful Northern American island where Lou, in her pickup truck, drives to the town center. She visits the bank to withdraw all her savings, a transaction the reluctant bank teller processes due to the large sum. Leaving the bank, Lou encounters Sheriff Rankin, an old friend. Through their conversation, we learn Lou has resided there for 32 years. Getting into her truck, the sheriff notices a scar on Lou's left hand and suggests a health bracelet, which Lou dismisses before driving off. The island's charming scenery, perpetually spring-like, is often described as paradise. Despite being only 15 kilometers from home, Lou's mood appears troubled as she drives through the winding, lush roads. Soon after, Lou arrives at a residence, leaning out to demand overdue rent from Hannah, threatening to cut off her utilities the next day. Hannah, it turns out, is Lou's tenant, obligated to pay rent monthly. After parking the truck, Lou prepares for a significant task. As the gloomy sky darkens, a downpour begins. Undeterred, Lou grabs a pickaxe and heads out to a nearby tree, where she quickly unearths a buried box. That night, Lou opens the box, extracts a stack of documents, and moments later, tosses them into the fireplace, hinting at a deep secret she harbors. She then writes a will and locks her dog, Jax, in a room, preparing to end her life with a rifle. Just as she's about to pull the trigger, Hannah bursts in, frantic about her kidnapped daughter. Hannah reveals her husband, Philip, suddenly returned and abducted V. Her phone is broken, and she desperately needs Lou's truck. Lou, without hesitation, prioritizes helping Hannah, but the truck won't start. Investigating under the hood, they find a timer attached to the engine, which rapidly counts down before the truck explodes. Unbeknownst to them, Philip watches from a distance. With their phone and vehicle destroyed, Hannah is distraught, but Lou remains remarkably composed. As Hannah calms down, Lou, now fully geared, declares that calling for help is futile. Self-preservation is their only option. Outside, they discover footprints, prompting Lou and Hannah to follow the trail into the heavily raining jungle, slowly making their way through the dense undergrowth. The next morning, they find a secluded house. Hiding in the brush, they observe through binoculars. Hannah identifies the men inside as Philip's two ruthless comrades. Lou devises a plan, instructing Hannah to remain hidden while she approaches. Using the thick vegetation as cover, Lou discreetly nears the house, removing her hat and smoothing her hair before feigning helplessness and approaching the door. With surprising ease, she gains the trust of Philip's men, who invite her in. Inside, Lou quickly assesses her surroundings, noting only two men. Through calculated conversation, she distracts them, and when their guard drops, Lou suddenly attacks with ferocity. Her unexpected assault throws one man into a rage, and a brutal hand-to-hand fight ensues between the seasoned agent and the much younger, physically imposing former Special Forces soldier. Despite the apparent mismatch, Lou's astonishing strength prevails. Without conventional weapons, she uses ordinary objects to overpower the man. After extracting the location, Lou kills him without hesitation. At that moment, Hannah enters with a rifle, horrified by the scene. A quick search of the house reveals only a walkie-talkie. Hannah questions Lou's combat skills, and Lou vaguely attributes it to her time in the Scouts. Hannah, sensing evasiveness, demands the truth, to which Lou admits to being a retired special agent. Hannah is shocked, asking why she never noticed. Lou wryly replies that had Hannah discovered her identity, Lou would have been useless. With that, Lou leaves the house, continuing their pursuit. Elsewhere, Philip rests with V. He tries to contact his comrades on a walkie-talkie but hears Hannah's voice instead, infuriating him. The heavy rain persists as Lou and Hannah press on, eventually seeking shelter under a large rock. While resting, Hannah reveals she fled domestic abuse, never imagining Philip would track them. Shifting gears, she thanks Lou and asks why she helped. Lou explains they share a common thread of past trauma, perhaps a sense of shared suffering. Hannah, we'll get him back. Their journey resumes, leading them to a damaged suspension bridge over a raging mudslide. Hannah questions how Philip could have crossed with V, as it's the only path. Encouraged by Lou, Hannah cautiously begins to cross. Lou then orders Jax to return to the residence. Braving the harsh weather, Lou and Hannah grip the steel cable, slowly traversing the bridge. As they near the other side, Lou encounters a problem. The bandage on her left hand snags on the cable, causing both to plummet. They miraculously land on a hillside, relatively unharmed. Lou's arm dislocates upon impact, but she unflinchingly sets it herself with a painful shout. "Come on, we have to hurry." That evening, the rain ceases. They arrive at Avalon Bay, finding a beached, broken ship. Lou suggests they split up. Hannah will use the walkie-talkie to seek help, while Lou continues to track Philip. As night falls, Lou locates Philip's hiding spot. She approaches stealthily, pistol in hand, only to find the area empty. Just then, Philip appears from behind, gun drawn. "Put the gun down." Their ensuing conversation reveals a truth hidden for decades. Philip is Lou's son. He was kidnapped as a child, and Lou, on a mission, abandoned his rescue. This abandonment left Philip deeply traumatized, turning him into a deranged former Special Forces operative. He explains his return was to make Lou suffer the same familial loss she inflicted upon him. Lou expresses remorse, acknowledging her past actions were born of duty. Philip, however, scoffs at her regret, dismissing her words as lies. He declares his intent to end all their suffering, stating it's time to conclude their family's misery. "Philip, you're her father. And you're my mother." Mother and son engage in a brutal fight, each striking with full force. Ultimately, Lou is overwhelmed, succumbing to a severe stab wound from Philip, leaving her immobilized. Meanwhile, Hannah contacts Sheriff Rankin. As the sheriff prepares a rescue, the CIA intervenes, revealing that Lou is a wanted agent and Philip a wanted fugitive. They warn the sheriff not to interfere, as both are in Avalon Bay. Sheriff Rankin is stunned to learn his familiar acquaintance is a secret agent. Elsewhere, Hannah finds the injured Lou. While searching for medicine, Hannah discovers items belonging to Philip in Lou's bag. Unable to hide the truth any longer, Lou confesses her relationship with Philip. Hannah is shocked, realizing Lou, her landlady, is her mother-in-law. Lou explains she lured them to the island to protect Hannah and V. Hannah, recalling Philip's strange behavior, slowly comprehends Lou's actions through her shock. Knowing the full truth, Hannah, despite Lou's pleas, resolves to face Philip alone. Lou cries out in agony, the pain triggering memories. The next morning, Sheriff Rankin bravely arrives at Avalon Bay. He pulls Lou out, offers brief comfort, and gives her his bracelet, claiming it will calm her. But as he returns to his boat for keys, Lou escapes on his motorcycle. "You gotta be kidding me, Lou." At the same moment, Hannah reaches the lighthouse. After ascending the many levels of the lighthouse, Hannah finally reunites with V. A brief conversation allows Philip to lower his guard, and he returns V to Hannah. Hannah quietly tells V to hide. After securing her daughter, Hannah prepares to settle the score with Philip. Philip looks at the gun in Hannah's hand, asserting she won't shoot. But the next instant Hannah fires. Philip is in agony, furious that Hannah stole V and now tried to kill him. Hannah, enraged, accuses him of baseless lies, challenging who truly hurt whom. In the ensuing violent struggle, Hannah pulls out her dagger and stabs Philip's hand, pinning him firmly to the lighthouse. With Philip restrained, Hannah descends the stairs, calling for V. She hears a sound from the basement. Upon entering, she's horrified to discover it rigged with remote-controlled bombs. Fortunately, Hannah finds V, and just then, Lou arrives. As the three prepare to leave, Philip, having freed himself from the top of the lighthouse, appears below. To prevent him from triggering the remote, Hannah pushes V through a small opening first. Philip realizes his family is below, and a smile spreads across his face. The whole family is finally reunited. In a moment of madness, Philip pulls out a wire, pressing the detonator. However, Lou, having quickly disarmed the bomb, transferred the remote signal to the walkie-talkie. Then, with Hannah's help, she opens the small door. By the time Philip breaks through the door and enters the basement, he finds it empty. Simultaneously, a CIA helicopter arrives, its mission clear, to eliminate the two fugitives. Lou looks at her approaching son and makes a decisive choice. She tells Hannah to take V and escape, leaving them a letter. Then she detonates the lighthouse bomb, a deliberate act to draw the CIA helicopter, ensuring she and Philip perish together. "We'll wait for you to come back." Mother and son slowly approach each other, meeting after years of separation in an unforeseen manner. Without words, they seize weapons. Amidst the crashing waves, their fight is fierce, yet hampered by their injuries, their movements become slow. But as they fight, their gazes soften. Philip embraces Lou, sobbing. Lou, too, holds her long-lost son. Just then, the CIA helicopter spots them. Without hesitation, they both fall, their hatred finally dissipating into the crashing waves. Soon after, Hannah and V settle into a new life, though the CIA periodically visits. The documents Lou burned were crucial to them, but her disappearance renders them useless. On a massive ferry, Hannah and V gaze into the distance, having sold Lou's house to begin anew on the mainland. Suddenly, Jack senses something, looking intently towards the ferry's upper deck. A woman is watching them.